showdown here on EA Sports. And the Falcons will kick off first, and here we go. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. The Huskies offense will go on the attack first. And David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. I think when you watch him, you say, oh, he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think you leave it, Jesse, going, I want a little bit more. I want more consistency, more big plays, so this offense can really take off.
I think the coaching staff, I think the fans know for the future of this program, they need to upgrade at the position. They'll try to do that in recruiting or the portal. But for right now, today, this guy has to be able to make plays when his opportunities show up.
Wants to fire on second down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And this offense comes out first down, tries to run the football, no answer. Second down, they go for the pass, they give up the sack. This defense on point early in the football game with 2 great plays.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
Great place to start for this offense. Sends it back in motion. Looking for space. It's Palmer. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
They'll try the run.
Really nice job by this defense. First down was not successful. They get the second and short, and those are the downs where they can be really aggressive on offense and take advantage. So you kind of don't know how to play it, but they did a good job playing the run, protecting themselves against the pass, and now forcing a third down.
Looking to throw on third. Good timing on the quick out. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
Well, after getting that takeaway, this offense is needing some points, and that's a big completion there on third down. Good job reading the coverage. The offense is going to stay on the field. They want to keep this momentum going, and that last completion, that was big.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Fullback's got it. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants it all. Touchdown, Air Force. Makes the grab, inbounds. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Johnson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Off play action. Got a man, it's Johnson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. No fair catches here, looking for room. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Falcons now set to take over on offense. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The option look. He'll do it himself. He'll toss it. And he's swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
What a great job tackling that time by the cornerback. Out on an island by himself. It's just him and the pitch man one-on-one. The offense is trying to go option. They get it out to their playmaker in space. But this guy is good at covering, and he's good at tackling, and he showed it to you right there.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both, and that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations, and now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
He's got it. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
Punt is on its way. And a precision punt there will pin them deep inside their own 10-yard line. Here comes the Northern Illinois offense to go on the attack. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get it. There he goes! Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down.
Man, that's a good play when you're inside your own 10, running out, trying to get something positive so you don't have to throw out of your end zone and possibly take a safety, and then boom, you pop one. You get big-time space, big-time yardage. Nice job by the offense.
Makes the catch. It's Thompson. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. He unleashes a long one. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Going for the big play. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. Catches it at the 30. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. And the Air Force offense ready to take over. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Back to pass on 2nd down. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got his man. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense, they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he wants it all. Leaping grab for a big gain. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. They want to throw it. Trying to bowl his way in. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Well, you really can't afford to get that type of call down here when you're trying to punch in a score. Someone moved a little early, and the offense will go backward. Defense more than happy to take that free yardage. And a lapse in concentration will back them up 5, but still a 1st and goal. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
Looking for the end zone. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Falcons. Effective offense, leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out and be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
The run inside. It's Johnson. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. Northern Illinois right back to the line. They'll send the tight end in motion. Now the play fake. Escapes the pressure to his right. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. Makes a move. He's going to get loose. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. This offense has it with really good field position. Motion from the back. Looking downfield on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Finding open areas. Picked up 8 yards there, third down and 2.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Here comes third and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. He'll try to get to the marker himself. Creates a little room. Explosive run into the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 16.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Got the back over the middle. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility.
Touchdown, Falcons! And they take it in for 6 more points. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And he could not get loose on the run.
Just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change.
Lofts one high and deep. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. He's getting plenty of work. 4th time we've seen this guy punt it today. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Powers through the defender.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a 4th quarter game.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there.
Might have a chance. Smashes through the tackle. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Gets the back moving. Red pass, it's complete. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Running inside, it's Allen. So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at Syracuse, taking on the number 12 team, the Virginia Cavaliers.
Northern Illinois will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Holly, what did you find out coming from the locker room?
Catching up with the Air Force head coach at the break, he loves the way this offense is moving. The momentum has been intense. As you know, they play at that breakneck pace. The no-huddle seems to be working because they've got rhythm and momentum here. We'll see if they can keep that up to start the third quarter. I'll keep you posted on if things slow down or if they're going to keep their foot on the gas here in this game. Guys, back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Quarterback making checks. To the air on second down. He spins that thing down the middle. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And this offense is just, they've struggled to get in a rhythm. And I like they take a shot down the field, but interested to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback and get him in a little bit of a rhythm.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a man in the middle. Coming through with that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Well, I guarantee you one thing, and at halftime with the big lead, there were no conversations about, hey, let's run the ball, let's slow it down, let's bleed the clock, keep our defense fresh. They are staying aggressive.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He fires one deep down the right side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The Falcons will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Catches it cleanly at the 20. The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. To the air on first down. Under fire. Chucked it away just as he was hit.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Northern Illinois back to work after picking up the first down. Wants to go right back downfield. The short hands, it's Johnson. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
It's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Takes it the other way. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Air Force.
And linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
Number 80, set to advance on the football.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to...
Turning it on! Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out, they're trying to throw the football. Man, I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working. And
maybe some room here. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
And how about that on third down? You give it to your playmaker in the backfield, and he's able to use his speed to go get the first.
And he's a guy that you should be focusing on with this offense. He's definitely a game breaker. He's a guy that they starred, going into this matchup that they had to stop. Third down, money down.
And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And we call his name again. This is the same guy. Remember, he had the defensive touchdown already. Now getting in the backfield, getting to the quarterback, getting the sack. He's been all over the field today.
Trying play action. Makes the grab. It's Fowler. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
The field goal is no good. I guess the idea was to chip away at a big lead. Consider the lead not chipped away at. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Run it with the fullback. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. And the Falcons send out the punt unit. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Johnson. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Really nice penetration by this defense, getting in there immediately, causing the running back to have to go a direction he doesn't want to go. And this defense has started the game so good. Several drives, no points allowed, and setting the tone on this drive.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And now the offense will back it up 5 and try it on second and long. Back to pass. Heaves it deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range for their kicker. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. Hits the crease. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Huskies.
Yeah, and really nice job seeing the middle of the field, seeing I can go deep and attack the middle of the field. And you can tell he runs a post, ball's right on him, catches the football, and then gets to gallop right into the end zone for a touchdown.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. Now on the option. Find some fresh air. Got enough for the first. He rolls all the way up to the 40-yard line before going out of bounds in this running game, making an impact. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Looking to throw on first down. intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He'll try to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Northern Illinois will line up with a 1st and goal. They'll run it. It's Johnson. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies. No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. From the gun. And he makes the catch. It's a deuce. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. This should be the last play of the quarter. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And he's brought down, but this interception, a huge play to end this quarter. Neither of these teams are ranked in the top 25 at the moment, but it's early in the season, still plenty of time to fight their way in as we take a look at how things stand now. They go back to work in the final period of this one. The run inside, it's Johnson. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
These 3rd downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this 3rd down.
They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Northern Illinois. How about this? These guys are going for 2. They'll move the wide receiver. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for 2 does not work out.
Is no good. That keeps the score Air Force 31, Northern Illinois 21.
On the move from inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Here on the away team sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Guys?
All right, Holly. They'll give it to the back. There's a crease.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will?
Breaks into the open. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. The Falcons come to the line with a new set of downs. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On the option, plows through the defense.
One thing you know with this guy at fullback, he's not going to fumble the football, and I think that's why they're handing it off to him in the 4th quarter with the lead.
Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down.
Here we go. Ready, go.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Makes it past the marker. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
Got enough space, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Falcons. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses getting really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. The handoff to Johnson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. The Huskies will hustle to the line.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. And the Huskies come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Got a man. It's Bryant. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Quickly to the tight end. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. They're going to go from their own side to the line quickly. A big play here. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
Give to the fullback. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
And this fullback is just dependable, and he's versatile. He's not just a guy that can block. He can catch the ball, and like you saw right there, you can hand it off to him, and he can generate you explosive plays.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Allen. They stop him in his tracks, tried to sneak that fullback loose, and nothing doing.
Well, they're trying to hand it off to the fullback for a quick hitter, but just nowhere to go. The defensive line, great job getting penetration to set up that play.
The give to the fullback. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. Looking to throw. Unloads it left. Touchdown, Falcons! And the beatdown has ensued. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
Here comes the Northern Illinois offense to go on the attack. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week, you've got to...
He's going to throw deep right side. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
First and 10.
Sends it back in motion. They'll go to the fullback. Bringing it back. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. Offense set on first down.
Here we go. Ready. Ready, pop. Hey, move.
We send